So the other day, I was on my way to the cafeteria. And on my way to the cafeteria, I saw this really big banner that was hanging over there. And, well, this is what the banner looks like. So I saw it, and I was like, what the fudge is this all about? So, I did a little bit of research. I stopped and thought about it, and I saw the three triangles, and I realized that it was sponsored by a sorority called Tri Delta, or Delta Delta Delta, or Tri Del, whatever, now you want to fucking call it. And I actually have a friend who's pledging for Tri Del, and I thought, you know what, maybe I'll make this video for her. Then I was like, nah, fuck that shit. Instead, I'm gonna make this video because, well, I've been meaning to talk a little more about fat shaming and fat acceptance and fat people being attractive and women in attraction and self-esteem anyway, and I figured this was a pretty good excuse. Considering the fact that, well, this whole entire week is revolved around this whole fat free talk thing. So, that being said, let's talk about this. Okay, so swung over to tridelta.org, and well, this is pretty much a summary of the event. So I'm gonna read this out to you guys. 2008 Tri-Delta launched talk. No, I'm sorry. Oh, fuck. Let me start that over. In 2008, Tri-Delta launched Fat Talk Free Week. Fat Talk Free Week is an international 5-day body activism campaign designed to raise awareness to body image issues and the damaging impact of the thin ideal on women in society. Fat Talk describes all of the statements made in everyday conversation that can contribute to women's dissatisfaction with their bodies by reinforcing the thin ideal standard of beauty. This annual public awareness effort was born from Tri-Delta's award-winning body image education eating disorder prevention program, Reflections. I have absolutely no idea what that is. Fat Talk Free Week, our cause campaign in support of Reflections, is an annual week-long event to raise awareness about the damaging effects of fat talk. We're encouraging everyone to change the conversation to create a more positive body image for women everywhere. In 2012, Tri-Delta will recognize the Fat Talk Free message throughout the entire month of October and look forward to the launch of our new extended initiative that not only incorporates Fat Talk Free Week but further develops body image awareness efforts in a more holistic effort as well. For groups, individuals, or organizations interested in continuing to share the Fat Talk free messaging, Tri-Delta hopes they will join our efforts throughout the month of October. Those looking to celebrate a Fat Talk free week in a more structured way, Tri-Delta encourages these efforts to take place during the third week of the month, or October 22nd to the 26th, 2012. It's 2014, so clearly that's a little different. So apparently this has been going on for, what, 6 years now? No idea. Okay, so then I swung over to this other website called Body Image 3D, My Body and Spirit. Oh, it kind of sounds Christian a little bit. Anyway, so I'm going to read the event details, and clearly this is old. This is back in 2012. I'm not sure if they're still doing this. I don't know, I'm going to read it out anyway. So Monday, October 22nd, we're going natural for Makeup Free Monday. We challenge you to go makeup free on Monday and encourage you to identify what you appreciate about your natural beauty. Take a picture of yourself, upload it to our social media, and share what you appreciate most about your natural beauty. Okay, Tuesday, October 23rd, ending fat talk means changing how you communicate with others. We'll share with you how to change the conversation when you're with family and friends and give you several alternatives to fat talk. Challenge yourself to put some of these into practice. Wednesday, October 24th, one of our favorite Fat Talk free activities is called Trash Fat Talk, and let's do it virtually in our online community. We know our message is important. Now let's see how many times throughout our normal day we can be aware of just why it should remain important. Do you see something in a store or in a magazine in a dressing room that supports a thin ideal? Snap a picture of it and post it to our Trash Talk album on Facebook. Tell us why you want to throw this type of fat talk away. Well, you know, I'm going to have to stop and pause right here and to say, well, I mean, let's think about this one for a second. I don't think it's kind of fair to all those thin women. I mean, granted, I'm not all that attracted to thin women. I mean, like, awkwardly skinny girls. I mean, they look fucking disgusting to me, but that's neither here nor there. The point that I'm making is it's not really fair to, you know, get upset at them for being thin, you know. But I guess maybe that's not the point. Maybe they're trying to get mad at society for perpetuating this idea that you have to be skinny to be pretty. Which, ironically speaking, most men actually don't find ridiculously skinny women to be all that attractive anyway, so they're almost fighting a pointless battle. But I'll save that for another video. Let's continue. Thursday, October 25th, posted positive messages today for yourself and for others, inspired by Operation Beautiful. Carry around a package of post-it notes and consider leaving positive messages of confidence, real beauty, and inspiration where other women might see it. Show us how you're spreading positivity by sharing your words online. Twitter Town Hall and Talk Free Lunch. I'm going to skip that. I don't think that's important. Friday, October 26th, we'll recap our week by displaying and showcasing all of the Fat Talk Free Week events that have been taking place all month long, and we'll show you how you can stay involved in our body image initiatives all year long. October and Fat Talk Free Awareness stress the importance of seeking out a healthy ideal rather than an ultra-thin, unrealistic ideal standard of beauty. Okay, well, I can vibe with that. It should serve as a reminder to us that beauty comes in all shapes and sizes and that healthy looks different for everyone. Okay, and that, I think, is something I can definitely agree with. But, of course, let's switch back to my beautiful face, and we're going to talk about this. Now, truth be told, I have a bit of an issue with this. And the reason why is pretty simple, and it harkens back to what I said in my whole fat acceptance is delusional thing. The issue that I have here is there's way too much of an emphasis on trying to be attractive or trying to be beautiful or trying to look good. I think I have a huge problem with that. I really do. You know, I have two problems with it in particular. The first problem with it all is that, well, truth be told, I find fatter women to be very attractive. Now, I don't mean like 300-pound level attractive. No, that's a health hazard. No, but I do mean like thicker women. I do like women that's got some fat on them. I find them to be really, really attractive. You know, like there's this one girl in one of my classes, right? Now, she's not skinny, but she is perfect, okay? Now, I realize that that statement I just said can come off to be a bit of an insult because I didn't call her skinny or thin. But here's the thing. In my opinion, she's perfect. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. I mean, she's perfection. But I realize that my opinion on her won't mean worth shit. I don't really understand why. That's my first problem with the whole fat free talk thing. I have met lots of women in the course of my life. Lots of women that I thought were very attractive. Lots of women that I've tried to date. I think I've been rejected somewhere upward of 50s. I know it's over 55 times. I've been rejected a lot by about maybe 40 women. A lot of women. I've been rejected a lot. And a lot of these women were my friends at some point. And were my friends that I've tried to encourage. I've tried to tell them they looked good. That I personally thought that they looked beautiful. Except, my opinion didn't really matter all that much to them. Or at least it didn't matter for a very long time. And I don't really understand why. So, the thing that gets me about the fat acceptance thing, well, not even the fat acceptance, but the fat free talk thing is, well, if the opinions of a really close friend doesn't mean much to these women, what exactly makes you think that the opinions of several other women who are equally as fat means much of anything to these women? Now, granted, I'm not a woman, okay, and maybe it will have some profound effect on their self-esteem. Maybe by having an entire week dedicated to telling these women that they're beautiful will do something for them. I don't know. The reason why I'm confused is because, well, as I just said, there have been several times where I've told a woman that she was beautiful. And not only would she be creeped out sometimes if I didn't know her very well, but if she was my friend, she wouldn't believe me, or she would just shrug her shoulders. So I don't get that if I can genuinely express my attraction to these people, and I can genuinely tell them that I think they look good, it doesn't matter. And yet, these people, the Tridells, can have an entire week of different women that don't even know these people telling them that, and they think that it's going to have an effect on them. I don't know. Maybe someone can explain that to me, because I don't get it. Now, the second problem that I have with this whole fat talk free thing is that I have never, and maybe I'm just ignorant, it's entirely possible, maybe this has happened and I'm just ignorant, and if I am ignorant, by all means, correct me. But I've never seen a movement like this for boys, or like for men. I've never seen anyone, you know, throw a whole entire week or parade telling men that they look beautiful, and that all shapes and sizes for men are fine, and that men are dandy. Now, I know, some people might accuse me of, you know, trying to guide the conversation and make it a whole gender-based thing. That's not really what I'm trying to do, okay? Maybe I am trying to do that. But no, not really. I'm not trying to do that. I just want you guys to really think about that one for a second. Because being physically attractive is not something that women only have to deal with. And I feel like there's a huge lack of empathy for men when it comes to being attractive for women. Because I'll tell you personally, from personal experience, I had to deal with low self-esteem, and I had to deal with not being attractive or not feeling attractive for a very long time in the course of my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? And even now, I still have to deal with other people not finding me to be attractive. So I mean, to briefly explain, personally speaking, I think I know for a fucking fact I'm not an ugly guy. I know I'm a pretty good looking guy. Okay, I don't mean to sound conceited, but especially when I know my afro, it's fucking beautiful afro, right? But I have the clear knowledge and indication that other people don't find my afro or don't find my face to be all that attractive for whatever reason. Now, I've had to deal with lots of people, and I do mean a lot of people, including some of my family members, telling me that I would look a lot better if I cut off a lot of my facial hair or if I got a low haircut. Now, I personally don't find that to be a very good hairstyle for me, but they've told me, and I've had to deal with lots of this going on, still dealing with it even right now, that in order to be attractive, that I have to wear different types of clothing. I have holes in my shoes, I wear this gray shirt, I wear collared shirts, I don't spend a lot of money on expensive shit. Apparently, I'm not a very good looking person to other people, and I don't have much of anybody encouraging me or anybody telling me that I'm beautiful just the way I am. That was something that I had to come to terms with myself, and that was also something I had a lot of help with coming from my mom and my dad too. I'm glad I talked to those guys about that. That being said, I kind of want to I want to understand, why exactly do we only have an emphasis on physical attraction for women when women have some of the ridiculously high standards for men, like, ever. Like, women have such high expectations for what men have to do that they will skip over fantastic guys because they don't have cars, or will skip over fantastic men because they can't imagine themselves fucking the shit out of that guy, for people who might have money but never invested in themselves, so they're absolutely horrible partners to be with. I mean, if women do that, why exactly is it such a horrible thing if men do it too? Don't you guys kind of have to make up your mind across the board? If you want to talk about people calling, bigger women attractive, which I already find them to be attractive, so it doesn't really mean much of anything to me. I think they're beautiful, but I realize that my opinion doesn't mean chicken shit to them, so that's kind of harkening back to the first half of the video. But again, where's the movement to try to get men to feel more comfortable with themselves? You got a bunch of, really skinny men. I know back in the day, like I'm a pretty strong guy, really, I can do push-ups, on one arm, right? I'm really strong, but, I don't have, a lot of muscle. My muscles just, my muscle fibers are pretty strong. So, I know I don't look like a big buff guy, and I know there are other guys who are, super skinny, or guys who are fat. They don't look really athletic, and they also deal with these issues, too. And, I don't really hear a lot of people talk. I think I've seen, an episode once, on Dr. Phil, and I'm pretty sure there have been more episodes. I'm not saying it's a competition. What I am saying is that there should be an equal level of focus on physical attraction for men too, because a lot of things, even when it comes to men, with men, it's not even enough just to be physically attractive. You also have to be able to take care of her and make her feel safe and protected too. You have to make women feel shit, basically speaking, when you want to date them. And so, yeah, that's just one issue that I've had. I've just, I don't really have lots of people, I've never really had a lot of people encouraging me, that I look good. I've only had a couple of people. I've only had one person that I can straight up remember who straight up said that I was handsome. Actually, no. That was not a family member. And even then, I only remember a couple of them who said that I was handsome. My friend Helen, who's not my family member, who I remember said that I was handsome, and that meant a lot to me. It really did. when she said that I was a good-looking person, you know, because, and I remember this specifically, you know, because again I had to deal with low self-esteem to quickly tell the story, is that these girls in my, I think I was in the 9th or 10th grade, I think the 9th grade, and these girls wrote a list, top 10 hottest guys on that list, and of course I was not on that list because I wasn't attractive. And you know, when I felt that, I was like, well, I guess to dip a little further, I felt that that was probably one of the reasons why this girl that I wanted to date didn't like me, because she didn't find me attractive, and I guess that kind of confirmed it for me. And so my friend Helen, she just kind of stops me, and she's like, "Look, Zarius, like, don't worry about what those catty girls said. You're hot. You're a handsome guy." And that really meant a lot to me. That she, I hope she genuinely felt that way. And you know, I really clung on to that compliment. Like, it really meant a lot to me. And that kind of goes back to my confusion on why do the compliments that I know myself and other men give to these women not mean anything to them. Because even if they've dealt with years of low self-esteem and comparing themselves to models and all of that, I want to know what exactly makes them not accept that. What exactly makes it to where it's creepy? What exactly makes it to where it doesn't mean anything? And I genuinely want to know, you know. Alright, so let's bring this bit all the way back to the 3rd grade, okay? You know when you guys had to practice that for that FCAT rights? Well, okay, if you lived in Florida, you had to do the FCAT rights. I don't know what any other state outside of Florida had to do. But anyway, basically, this is what's going to go down. I'm going to give you guys an essay prompt to write. You know, since people like write me essays all the time anyway, let me give them a little bit of a direction. So, here's the essay prompt. In the past recent years, teenage girls and adult women have been suffering from low self-esteem. The effects of low self-esteem in our society is so prevalent that several different movements have been launched to increase the level of self-esteem these women have. However, whenever these women are complimented by men in their lives, they either regard these men as creepy or they don't believe or accept the compliment given. Write a 5-paragraph essay explaining as to why this is, and include personal stories if needed. Now, of course, you know, you guys don't have to, you know, write anything. You know, do whatever you want to do. However, I will seriously ask, please, explain this phenomenon to me. You know, help me get a better understanding of your psyche. You know, so I mean, all comments regarding this issue will definitely be appreciated and read by me. So, ladies, thank you very much. So yeah, that's all I have to say. And with that being said, I certainly hope you guys enjoyed today's video, man. If you did, go ahead and click the like button. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Comment in the comment box below, and as always, have a great day. I'll see you cool cats soon. Adios.